Good afternoon, everyone. Hey, I'm just heading up to a place called Aaron Court, and that's a housing development that I'm just going to show you what can be done in small areas. And I think there's around about 28 houses in that area. The reality is there are other areas where we can put up to 100 houses, and they're having pushback from the council. So I just thought I'd show you this. I'll show you some footage of Aaron Court at the end of this video. However, with housing, I'll just let you know a bit of history what happened this term. So when we all got elected, or most of us got re-elected, had a discussion, and the majority voted that we needed to look at housing and how we can make it better for the elderly. And how we did that is we were going to try and increase our elderly housing stock. And I actually said, look, I think there's a better way and we need to look at this. So I showed them the process and what can be done. And of course, 25 years as a mortgage broker, I do know the numbers. So I had all the numbers in my head and I wanted to put it together. And all I wanted the council to do is work with me to do a spreadsheet to sell it to the other councillors. So the management came back and said, oh look, we need to look at it as a whole picture of everything. And I said, no, I don't think we need to. I think we just need to do a couple of pilot schemes of what I had in mind. We weren't going to lose any money, and I'll just touch on that as further on in this conversation. But they said, no, we need $200,000 to look at it, and we're going to get some advisors to come and see if it's okay. And of course, that was over a year, and I actually said better be some action about this, because I'm not going to sign off $200,000 for a talk fest. Anyway, a year came along and that money ran out and they didn't do anything. So then they asked for another $150,000 for more talk fests. I actually didn't vote for that, even though it was my idea. Because they're not doing a pilot scheme, they could have done 2 pilot schemes with that money. They asked for another $150,000. So this year, our council spent $350,000 on talking about what they can do about housing, and there's been absolutely no turf being shifted and no start on development. Now, my idea, it's actually worse, because just a few weeks ago, there was a organisation called Abbey Field, and they came to us and they said, look, we want to help out about 14 elderly, and we're going to house them in a big building, and it'll only work if you give us the land or you buy the land for us. So the council agreed to spend 1.5 million of your ratepayers' money and give it to this organisation to help 14 elderly. 1.5 million. And what were we going to get out of that? And it was going to cost $8,000 a month to get that. To get that 1.5 million, give it to them, and we were going to get $1 a year off it. So it was just a joke. I voted against it, and so did my fellow councillor Max. All the others thought it was a good idea. Now, with that same 1.5 million, if they actually looked at my idea, and like I say, they should have made 2 pilot schemes to prove my idea would work, we would have made not $5 over 5 years, we would have made over $700,000. That's with rent and capital gain, and we would have got our money back. It's a co-share with the people that want to put minor dwelling on their house, and we co-fund it with them. They have the land, we split the cost. We get a 40% rent, they get a 60% rent because it's their land we're using, and then after 5 years they've got the ability to buy it off us. So that was the very basic. It's a heck of a lot more. There was a 5 or 6 page report on it, and the numbers worked. Now, I don't know about you, but $1.5 million, and we get a $5 return, or $1.5 million and we help about the same amount of people, and we get a $750,000 return and our money back. What do you think's the best way? And if I get chosen to be your mayor, then I'm going to make these things possible. I don't mind housing, but if it's going to cost the ratepayer, why should we be doing it? I don't agree with 1.5 million to get a $5 return over 5 years. 1.5 to get $750,000 return, that's not bad. So These are the things that we need to change, and I just can't believe Max and I were the only two councillors that could see that. We do the numbers, we do the figures, we're both self-employed, which makes a big difference when you're looking at the numbers. So yeah, here I'm going to show you a bit of a flyover of Erin Court, and this is another way we could do it. This works out really well. So like I say, this is just another option, and we need to be looking at housing differently. So if you like this, feel free to subscribe and follow me and vote one mayor come October. Thanks.